Good Thursday morning, everybody. John and Lance along with Dell for the next 3 hours here on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. If you want me to be your villain, I'll be your villain. Okay? I will be your villain if you want me to be your villain.
I'll show you. I'll show you a villain when I come back.
I stand with Aziz on this one.
Yeah.
You
I'm
need
gonna
a
buy
villain?
that shirt that's out there.
Yeah. Is there a shirt out there?
We just get through a season. Let's get to the playoffs.
But
God bless, man. Why has everything got to be like? It's got to turn into so much drama.
Sports is drama now, bro. That's it. That's what it is.
Sports is drama. Like, go do your 3 day. Go do your 3 games and come back.
You want me to be your villain? I'll be your villain.
Tell people what you're referring to.
That was his post on
was it Instagram? Okay.
It was his Insta.
Okay. Well, yeah, it was sent to me. So yeah, you're right. It probably was Instagram.
So that's what he posted. He said, if you want me to be your villain, and he put a picture of the Joker up. If you want me to be your villain, I'll be your villain. See you soon.
There's 4 pictures. Did you see them all?
We're not. What?
Well, on Twitter,
I just saw
pictures.
The Joker.
Okay. So on Twitter, it is on Twitter. On Twitter, there's 4 pictures. He did a close-up of his Free Palestine shoes. He did a picture of the actual Joker.
Yep.
When I say the actual Joker, I mean not the Heath Ledger Joker. He was the one that maybe is it possible he's more iconic? I know that's you can't really say that with Joaquin Phoenix. I think the Heath Ledger people will fight you over that, but he's got a picture of the River Phoenix. Here it says this. It says on Twitter, if you want me to be your villain, I'll be your villain. Middle finger emoji. See you soon. Clown emoji or gesture emoji. It's a picture of him running out of the tunnel. Then he's got his Free Palestine shoes on, cleats on. Then he's got a picture of the Joker. Then he says, there's beauty in being rejected, misunderstood, unseen, and unprotected by people. It teaches you to rely on Allah for everything. And then,
well, I got the one with the is that
no,
River
on Twitter
Phoenix?
There's 4.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah,
okay.
he ramped it up on Twitter.
Maybe people added to it. I don't know. Whatever.
No. This is his post on Twitter, and it's got 4.1 million views.
Wow.
And
very popular guy.
Texans players' reactions to his Instagram post.
Wow.
Will Anderson says 10 toes behind you, Cap. I mean, get down or lay down. Yes, sir. Still stepping. Don't worry about it, pimp. We gonna step you on me. We gonna step for you on me, meaning
what
on
now?
On God, but on Joe Mixon this time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's they're not running away. This isn't going to. He's not looking to. Well, it's us against the world right now. So,
yeah.
I don't feel that way. I know a lot of fans do, which is fine. It's like we're ready to fight every fan base. I'm just trying to watch these games and hope my team wins. But he's not like. If you thought that was going to be, I doubt that Nick Caserio probably loved that post. If I'm because he spent all that time like he's going to carry children around in a basket and he does amazing things and all, and then he's like leaned right into the villain post, So whatever.
Well,
I don't care.
For those of you who don't know, his 3-game suspension was upheld by the league.
Yeah,
I thought maybe they would come down to 2, but they didn't. And he's going to be suspended for the 3 games. Probably unfair. I saw the hit. Did you see the hit on Cam Newton that started a fight I forget which game it was. Anyway, it was a very similar hit on Cam Newton. No suspension. I do think that his prior behavior has absolutely played into it. It played into it with Vontaze Perfect, played into it. Well, we see it all the time with Draymond. We saw it with Dennis Rodman. I mean, guys who get into trouble, more absolutely get more punishment because you're a habitual offender. He would argue, and Nick would argue, that he's not a habitual offender, although this is his 3rd time that he's being fined this year. I mean, he has had And in the past, he has had issues as well. I mean, I don't agree, and we'll hear. Marcus Spears had a pretty good. I kind of agree with what Marcus Spears had to say, talking about the wording that John Runyon used in the statement that the NFL made about him. I mean, calling out a guy's character and all of that stuff. I could see where Nick Caserio would be pissed, but you're right. This post, I'll be your villain, and I'm the Joker, and all of these things that he's putting out there probably is not consistent with what Nick was trying to portray the other day, right?
Right. I mean, he's basically saying, "Oh, I wasn't that, but if you want me to be that, I'll show you that now."
Yeah, right.
And I think Nick would just rather be, "Hey, I got my licks in on the how this is not just, or this is not consistent." Nick did a good job of that. I don't necessarily agree with everything he said, but I thought Nick did a good job of laying out a case and having his guys back. D'Amico Ryans, you and I both understood that he was, before suspension was levied, he was, he kind of turned his tone a little bit and was protecting his player, and completely understandable. I get the fans having this back. I mean, I thought it was obvious what happened, but apparently it's not. And we've got different views on it, and that's okay. But what they probably don't love, and I know the league doesn't love to see, is that this just, like, it's not a 3-game suspension and we move on and wait for him to come back. Now there's a whole comic book villain arc or something that has some origin story that has just developed. And I guess it's on par for the faux drama that surrounds that. Well, it's coming to football now. I mean, it used to just be basketball's drama. Now Real House Husbands of the NFL is a real thing too. But so I guess this is now, the drama, and you get free t-shirts of free Aziz, who's in like a prison or something, and Aziz is, now has got his villain arc and origin story. And okay, I just I just want to see.
Is he going to be like in Marvel, or is he going to be in DC comic books now, or what? What?
Well,
what are we talking about here?
Huh? In Joker, that's DC, right, Dale? Yeah,
is that DC?
Joker's DC Comics.
Oh, whatever. Maybe he moves over to Marvel. I don't know. What are we talking about here? He's a villain. He's going to be in movies now. That would be cool, though. If that happened, he was a football player ostracized by the NFL, and now all of a sudden he's a super villain that has to be taken down by I don't know any of the stupid the kid books that Dell watches all the time. I don't know any of their story arcs.
The kid books that I watch.
Yeah,
how does that make any sense? We've already had a football player be a super villain. It didn't go great for Kaepernick. He was ostracized and was a villain. How'd that work out? Did we get a triumphant return?
No, we didn't. No, I mean, because he was a villain. He loses.
That was a little more layered
Villains
and complicated.
Lose. Villains lose, Dell.
Well, not all the time.
Well, you know who? Now they're not the same level of player, but we saw this with Kobe Bryant, where he got a tattoo and rebranded as number 24. We went from 8 to 24. He became the Black Mamba. Like, that was after all the rape allegation stuff and court case and the payoff and all that. That was a little origin story for him too, where he became Black Mamba and Mamba mentality. And that all happened right there when he came back and felt like people he felt persecuted. And he said, I'm changing number. I'm getting a tattoo. I'm going to change my nickname. I don't know if he had a nickname up to that point. And we're going to become the Black Mamba. This is my new character. So I've seen it before. But I don't know. I just want, I just want them to hit run fits, tackle, limit yards after contact.
Sideline to sideline.
Maybe make sure that corners flip hips and sprint a little earlier, so we're not letting guys behind us in the deep passing game. I want to see pass protection hold up like last game. I'd like to see the Texans find ways to get Tank Dell more involved in the offense. Maybe CJ just be a little improve the completion percentage on short and intermediate throws. I mean, I'm more interested in that personally, but I get that I'm just old now, and that this is really what's a lot of fun is Aziz versus the world. So that's cool. Whatever.
Well, here is Marcus Spears, And I agree with what he has to say. It really was. I mean, you want to talk about, we haven't seen, I don't know, have we seen the NFL come out like this before? Even with Antonio Brown, I don't know the statement. I don't remember any of the statements about Antonio Brown and all the stuff that and or Vontez Burfict. I'm not sure that the league just said, you know what, screw you, you're sitting down. Kareem Jackson, I'm not sure that they came out. Did they come out with kind of wording like this? Here's Marcus Spears talking about the letter that the NFL wrote, John Runyon wrote about Aziz.
Listen, I'm all good with the suspension of Aziz, and obviously I asked Shefty yesterday how much do they bring in the history of a player, because I knew personally he had some history where he had been fined and things like that. Can we put that statement back up from John Runyon? Is it possible to put that up? Because I want to address something that's in that statement. The part about the lack of respect, that's heavy to cast the dispersion on this guy when you talk about lack of respect for the game of football and all those who play, coach, and enjoy watching it. I hate that from John Runyon. Can we discipline him? Absolutely. But I don't think he has a lack of respect for the game or the people that play it. And I'm going to go by what people say who's played with Aziz. I'm going to go by what people who have coached him says. Does he have a history of doing things? Absolutely. But I don't believe it needed to be that type of energy drawn towards him personally when it comes to this situation.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. He is, by all accounts, I mean, he is a man of the community. He has a big heart. He told us that, how big his heart is. He does things. He was out. I mean, the morning of his suspension, he was at a hot children's hospital or something. I forget what Nick said.
What's that got to do with lack of respect for the people you're playing against?
Well, because he's a good person, Del. Okay.
So when he punched Roshan Johnson in the head for no reason, was that showing respect?
Why was Roshan standing there?
Oh, you mean on his own sideline?
I mean,
but he didn't have to be so close to the action.
He was, getting a little workout. Roshan's in the way. Boom.
Like, while I understand people who know Aziz Al-Shir saying he's a great guy, all the NFL can really go on as far as making punishments is what they see his actions are on the field. And if you're punching a guy on the sideline, you have multiple personal foul penalties this year, and then you obviously knock out a quarterback the way he did. Well, if you don't want to call that lack of respect, fine. Maybe what's the word for it then? What's the word? What's the phrase for what we've seen from him this year?
He plays hard. He loves.
Is he reckless?
He has intensity.
Could you call him reckless?
A little
You
bit.
could,
A little bit.
if you chose to.
He's a little out of control at times. Yeah. Okay.
That's
All
not
right.
even really up for debate. I mean, he's got 4 or 5 penalties. 3 of them are 15-yarders. Mean, he's my whole thing is I don't want to make too big a deal. I thought it was a bad hit. I think he can do better. We can argue about late slide or not. I think the hit is forearm to the upper torso is never going to be okay in the NFL. He knows that. Everybody on the Texans sideline knows it. Everybody in the fan base should know it. Everybody in the media should know it. It's been interesting to see people cape up and do their thing. I feel like you can be like, I'm a fan without having to, feel like I got to fight Twitter. But I'll be interested. I'm surprised it's still going on. What are we at? Wednesday or Thursday? What's today?
Today's Thursday.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised it's still going on. I mean, I know we got the suspension and everything. And now, the Texans really need to, there's some real football stuff we got to talk about with the Texans. Some real things that need to happen because they've still got time to hit their peak moving forward. They still got time to play their best football of the season in the runway coming up. Nico's fully back. Joe Mixon is having one of his best years in a long time. We got a lot of things we got a secondary that takes the football away. There's a lot of things that we could discuss that are on the upswing. And this is just kind of an unfortunate blip. And it's unfortunate because he's a better linebacker than Devin White. Christian Harris is not going to play this year, obviously, unless they tell us something, which they're not saying anything. So I can't assume he's going to play this year. He's much better than Devin White. It hurts you football wise. It's just kind of funny to me that we have to keep having conversations about the histrionics, and people were talking about dying of cringe when they saw that post. It's corny. I mean, I think it's a little corny, but I guess I don't know. Corny's not the word. Cringy, a little bit, but I mean, that's the main character energy, and I guess you should have that when you're the person who's suspended. But will it galvanize the Texans? I mean, I don't think so, really. I think their issues don't have to do with needing more energy or needing to be up or needing more intensity. They're an intense football team. They're a very intense football team. I don't think that they're going to find some kind of new energy and new life because their middle linebacker's not there anymore. I think the issues are technical, execution-based, things like that. So I'll be glad when a game gets here and we can stop talking about Azeez Al-Shaair.
Well, we can stop talking about it now. There's a lot of college football reaction to what happened yesterday, including Dell's quarterback, including the Big 12 commissioner.
My quarterback?
Yeah.
What did my quarterback do?
Your quarterback said, "Y'all are BS." Okay, that's what what your quarterback said.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's what he told. That's what he told the committee. Y'all are BS. Look at our offense. Look at our defense. Okay, your quarterback, your commissioner, the coach in the Big 12 championship game had comments. I mean, there's all kinds of comments right now out there. We'll talk about that on the other side. Right now, though, we're talking about Hogue, Matt Hogue. Matt Hogue is He's a great Coug. He loves his Cougs. He puts his money where his mouth is. He puts his money where his mouth is in the community as well. And you go to the website, you see the donations that they've given, over $2 million, the community service hours that he and his people work. They love the community. They're in Houston. They've got trucks all over the city. Hogue Landscape Services are out there, all right? And they put themselves out there. And they're going to put themselves out there this holiday season for you. They are going, if you are looking for a great way to get your family, get something really special this holiday season. Have you been thinking about putting in that basketball court or volleyball court or beach volleyball court? You want to do that in your backyard? That's easy. There's no they can do this. Do you want to put in a putting green? Do you want to put in a pool? Do you want to put in a fire pit? Do you want to put whatever it is? They are exterior decorators, okay? They are going to show you on your laptop exactly what they can do a mock-up of it, and man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I'm telling you, it is special. Their work, when you go to their website and you see their work, it is incredible. It's incredible what Hogue Landscape Services do. So you're looking to make your backyard something special? That's easy. Hogue, HOGUELS.com, HogueLS.com.